into this story here about the gray zone. Now, this one threw me for a doozy because Max Blumenthal, he tweeted this tweet about Gray Zone's Wikipedia page. And I saw this and I was like, I don't even think I've ever looked at Gray Zone's Wikipedia page. I typically choose not to go towards the Wikipedia sources just because I have a lot of criticism for Wikipedia. I've found Wikipedia pages before that didn't have necessarily correct information. Sometimes they've had people's birthdays wrong that I just happen to know off the top of my head because I knew when that person was born. But when I was in undergrad, my professors always told us we were not allowed to use Wikipedia as a source for research papers. And we can see why. So let's get into this tweet here for Max Blumenthal. So Max says the Gray Zone's Wikipedia page and mine are deception-filled screeds authored largely by spooks and neocons. This op was personally endorsed by Wikipedia CEO Jimmy Wales, the husband of Tony Blair's ex-secretary and a US-UK regime stooge. Here's Wales smearing us in a DM. So let's take a look at this. Didn't I tell you guys? You gotta be careful what you send people in DMs. Yeah. I could come back to bite. So here's a DM here with Jimmy Wales. And it says, are you familiar with this person, Philip Cross? It's actors like him that I'm referring to. He edits accounts of independent media figures, often smearing them and creating a one-sided narrative. Like many, I view Wikipedia as a neutral outlet to get basic information and research on topics. When I see pages like the Gray Zone, it looks like a State Department smear more than anything. This is what concerns me. So let's see the response. There's Jimmy. It looks well sourced to me. It isn't the State Department that makes Gray Zone a pro-Kremlin, low-quality site. It's just the sad truth. I am afraid. So there's the receipts. Okay. So Max shared that. And then he shared this tweet here. And I'm actually going to go to the actual Wikipedia page and we're going to break this down. But this gentleman here, so Bryce Green pointed this out and he said, never seen a massacre as bad as the Gray Zone News Wikipedia page. Like, damn, they do not want people to even think about reading the site. And we're going to get into that in just a second. So let's scroll down. So Max went on to say, Wikipedia has officially blacklisted the Gray Zone News, banning users from citing us while maintaining a page to smear us. Wikipedia's leadership is deeply embedded with the intelligence services and U.S. government regime change. And U.S. government regime change outfits we routinely expose. And here are the faces of the people that Matt's calling out here. I said Matt, it's Max, sorry. That Max is calling out here. You got to put faces to the names. So let's go on. So that's Jimmy Wales and that's Ayn Rand. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Ayn Rand. Oh, sorry. Catherine Mayer, excuse me. Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales is an Ayn Rand devotee and Catherine Mayer, director of Wikipedia Foundation. So there they are, right? All right. So it goes on because Max was not letting this go. He was like, look, Wikipedia is by design an instrument of online discourse suppression and cognitive control of Western populations. Marketed as a consensus-driven encyclopedia, it empowers intel agencies and regime change fanatics to digitally assassinate their critics. So it goes on here. And I want to click on this one too as well. Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales also happens to be on the board of NewsGuard, the Pentagon and the State Department funded news rating agency that gave the gray zone a red rating. As I noted in my reply to them, these warmongering spooks aren't fit to judge us. And here's that evidence here. NewsGuard, Jimmy Wales is an advisor. He's the co-founder of Wikipedia. And then you can see NewsGuard also mentioned the gray zone here. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. It doesn't let me zoom in on that. Right. But what it says is the Gray Zone's founder and editor-in-chief, Max Blumenthal, provided the following statement to NewsGuard on April 27th, 2022, in response to NewsGuard's emailed questions about the site's editorial practices. The statement did not address NewsGuard specific questions. A portion of Blumenthal's statement appears in the nutrition label for thegrayzone.com. And then they go on here to issue the thank you. It says, thanks for your email about your pending review of the Gray Zone. It reminded us that our media culture has been so thoroughly corrupted and systemically degraded by sociopathic elites that an outfit like NewsGuard can claim with a straight face to combat misinformation and provide transparent, accountable trust ratings for thousands of news outlets. So that's Max there. He went down what I like to call the rabbit hole. He was like, let me show you something else about the co-founder here. And then this piece here. Finally, establishment narrative control device Wikipedia has empowered a coterie of neocon editors to blacklist the Gray Zone as I can't read that, sorry. Oh, it was small. As a denigrated site, meaning other editors are banned from citing us. Their rationale was shabby at best. So that's an important piece too. Other editors cannot cite them, basically. That's really messed up. Now let's take a look at that Gray Zone Wikipedia page, because I looked at it. And all I'm going to say is this. If you have never heard of the Gray Zone, if you've never seen the show on YouTube or on Rockfin, if you've never read any of their work, if you had never heard of Max Blumenthal or Aaron Maté, any of them, and you read this Wikipedia page, you might be a little hesitant to believe what you read from the Gray Zone. You might be a little biased before you even check out their work. Let's look at that page. I'll make this a little bit bigger because Wikipedia is always small. I wish they would get rid of this stupid pain. Anywho, this is the Gray Zone Wikipedia page. Look at this. The Gray Zone is a far left news website and blog founded and edited by American journalist Max Blumenthal. The website, initially founded as the Gray Zone Project, was affiliated with Alternet before becoming independent in early 2018. The website's news content is generally considered to be fringe. I want us to pay close attention to the vocabulary that's used in this article, okay? Because this is important, I think. Considered to be fringe. Now you hover over it. A fringe theory is an idea or a viewpoint which differs from the accepted scholarship of the time within its field. Fringe theories include the models and proposals of fringe science, as well as similar ideas in other areas of scholarship, such as humanities. Blah, blah, blah. It is known, guys, I wish I could highlight this. I need a highlighter. It is known for misleading reporting. Okay. And sympathetic coverage of authoritarian regimes. You guys see this? Do you see? So if this is your first introduction to the gray zone, why would you want to pursue it further? You see the problem? Right out of the gate. It's known for its misleading reporting and sympathetic coverage of authoritarian regimes. This is a problem because people who are not familiar with the gray zone, if this is their first introduction to what the gray zone is about, then when they actually will try to, or maybe someone will send them a gray zone article or a gray zone video, they already have bias towards the gray zone. In their mind, they may think, oh yeah, but who cares what they say? They're not telling the truth anyway. They do misleading reporting. You see how this works? There's more. Okay, sympathetic coverage and authoritarian regimes, in addition to its denial of human rights abuses against the Uyghurs. Now, when I interviewed Aaron Maté, I actually talked to him about that. And he gave a much more detailed explanation that this Wikipedia article does not give. Hence why our professors told us you cannot use Wikipedia as a source. It gets worse. Let's get into this part. The Gray Zone has published conspiracy theories about Venezuela, Xinjiang, Syria, and other regions. Look, in reference to Syria, what was the conspiracy theory? Wasn't that proven to be true? About the OPCW report? As well as pro-Russian propaganda. I can't make this up. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now, here's another thing. This is how you can tell they're not doing their research, right? And I say that because in reference to the Russia-Ukraine issue, Aaron Maté said so himself that he didn't agree with Russia actually invading. He said that himself on multiple shows. I have seen him say, yeah, but I still think that Russia was wrong to invade. A lot of people don't mention that part. Let's go on. So much for Wikipedia being neutral, right? Okay. So there's history, there's content, there's reception, and then there's contributors. It's just so we get into the content portion. Listen to this part here about Syria. I do want to talk about this part. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I really hate Wikipedia. I really do. You have this stupid panel on the left-hand side that does not need to be there. Get rid of it. Sorry, guys. That was the tech anger coming out in me. Listen to this. The website has supported the government of Bashar Assad in Syria, publishing content denying that Syrian government used chemical weapons against civilians during the Syrian civil war and accused OPCW investigators of a cover-up. Wasn't that proven to be true? Does it? I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. Like, this is all negative. The website has also denied the scope of Xinjiang internment camps and the Uyghur genocide, downplaying widely reported abuses by the Chinese government against the Turkic Muslim minorities in Xinjiang. To correct that, in reference to the Uyghur genocide, I did a show. I have to find it on this channel. It's been a while. I did a show a while back where we actually went to the State Department's website and I showed you guys, let's see what the State Department says about the genocide in Uyghur. The State Department just coming from the state, not my opinion. The State Department even said they could not confirm that there was a genocide because they didn't have enough evidence to prove that. That came straight from the State Department. Notice Wikipedia does not mention that. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out. It really doesn't. You just do a little research. Now, that's according to a report from the Institute for Strategic Dialogue. Gray Zone reporter Aaron Maté was the most prolific spreader of disinformation on matters concerning Syria, overtaking Vanessa Beeley. They come after her too, by the way. She's another one. If you guys aren't familiar with her, Vanessa Beeley, she's another one that gets heavily attacked and smeared. She's a great journalist, though. Do you just sit? And it goes on. It goes on. They bring up Nicaragua. They bring up the Twitter. Why is this here? They bring up the Twitter warning label. Like, and then they bring up reception. This isn't positive at all. It's all negative. So for people who say that Wikipedia is neutral, not so much. Now, here's the thing about Wikipedia. I don't know how you would go about getting a Wikipedia page removed. What if, and I don't know if they want to do this, but what if Max Blumenthal is like, look, this is bullshit. I want you to take that Wikipedia page down. I don't even know if he could do that. That's the thing. I don't know if he can say, take it down. Because which would you rather have? Would you rather have a Wikipedia page where it's all negative and they're smearing you, don't have their facts straight? Or would you rather not have one at all? I'd rather not have one at all. If anyone that's watching, if you know about that, if you know if there's a way, tell me if you're familiar. What's that, Michael? I'm sure Max has tried that. Probably, huh? Isn't that crazy? So, all right, we're going to do a comparison here with CNN. Let's see what they say about them. Again, this is Wikipedia. And let's see how receptive they are towards CNN. The cable news network is a multinational cable news channel headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been there, by the way, to their headquarters. As soon as I walked through the door, I smelled despair and lies. It is owned by CNN Global, which is part of Warner Brothers. It was founded in 1980 by American-made proprietor Ted Turner and Reese Schonfeld as a 24-hour cable news channel. Upon its launch in 1980, CNN was the first television channel to provide 24-hour news coverage and the first all-news television channel in the U.S. September 2018, CNN had 90.1 million television households as subscribers. According to Nielsen, in June 2021, CNN ranked third in viewership among cable news networks behind Fox News and MSNBC. It goes on to talk about the viewership, talks about how it dropped down. Okay. And then this paragraph here. Globally, CNN programming has aired through CNN International, seen by viewers, yada, yada, yada. Where's the negativity? You guys see the difference? This is strictly who started the network, Ted Turner, where it's located, the history of the channel, how it was founded. And it talks about the views, the viewership. That's the intro to CNN. Now compare that to the intro to to gray zone. You see the difference? We got to do something about the censorship. We really do.